Okay, another thing I love about our house, our living room, big room area anyway, is our floor. We really kind of agonized over the flooring options and what to do. And there were lots of all kinds of creative things. And they're, laminate. We already knew that was not really what we wanted because it has not served us well in the past in the rest of our house. Really, we are hard on floors around here. Let me just put it that way. This is truly a good farmhouse floor. So when we decided to go with wood, I wanted to do something that wasn't going to break the bank. And so looking around at different options, I ended up calling our local lumber company, Oswald Lumber, and asked them, what they had and what their prices were. And they had this it's just yellow pine, which is a harder pine. It's not soft like the white pine, but it's still softer, than oak or some of those really hardwood floors. But at the price point, which was much less expensive, and knowing that it's also something local, so we're kind of bringing the outside in here, and we've got our pine beams, which just match perfectly, and they were cut from one of our neighbors' lands. He cut them himself. He used his own sawmill to mill our big beam up at the top and these posts. And I love that. I love that that's totally local and that this yellow pine is local South Carolina pine. And so I love that about it. And it's been a year now since we put it in. I actually just tonight finished re-oiling the floor. So I went with tung oil as our finish of choice instead of doing the stain and polyurethane. And it does have a little upkeep involved. So you're supposed to kind of re-oil it every year. And I was like, how am I going to do this? We got to get the whole floor picked up, get it all swept, all washed. Obviously, we didn't get the whole floor picked up. I mean, we did what we could, but the couches are there. There's still some odds and ends around. I didn't get the entire floor perfectly done. But really, the places that needed the refinish were the places that we walk and run and do all of our things. So that's what got it, and that's what needed it, and that's fine. I'm not a perfectionist, obviously. So the things with our floor, so it does require a little upkeep with the tung oil, but I love that, I'm in my socks walking on it, and you can walk on it right away when you oil it. And from the beginning, that was a big thing that I liked. It's non-toxic, so we don't have to move out for 3 days for the finishing process, and then also I will say we are rough on floors, extremely rough on floors, and I knew with this floor being a little softer this would happen, but right there you can see. I don't even know where that little dent thing came from. Somebody dropped something on the floor, and when a kid scraped something across the floor. So you can see there's scratches and stuff. But really the idea is those are going to add character over time. Even where I filled where we had to nail it into the floor, and the filler, it's not perfect. Even some of those spots are coming out. You know what? It's a real farmhouse floor, and it's really getting some great character, and I still love it. I still really like the tung oil finish, even though I had to put a little extra work into the upkeep. I know for a fact that if we had polyurethane on our floor, this giant gash would be it just would not be easily repaired. Those would be things that I would feel like, now we have to refinish the floor in 10 years and just live with it until then, so I would recommend the tung oil finish, and I would recommend yellow pine floors if you're okay with having a little bumps and bruises and dents in your floor, and if you're good with having some character there. So we definitely have enjoyed our floor.